Please join me in celebrating some early successes in representation in Corvus Belli's new and upcoming game, Warcrow Adventures. Hit that intro. Welcome to Corner Case. You're in the hobby corner. I'm your host, your budget Joseph Campbell, and your best friend, Deck. So the folks over at Corvus Belli have been slowly teasing some characters for their upcoming game, Warcrow Adventures. While it is still early, I do think that the releases up to this point are significant in their representation of women. What makes Soka and Naira so significant? Let's set up the context. In order to do this, we are going to look through the lens of popular protagonist teams in contemporary storytelling. Let's start with the concept of the five-man band. For those unfamiliar, five-man band is a trope in contemporary storytelling. It prescribes a formula for an appealing protagonist team. It's like a yes and to Joseph Campbell's Hero with a Thousand Faces. If Joseph Campbell wrote his formula for a successful hero character about hero teams instead. There is no strict rule as to the team composition. It's never just a single way every single time, but very commonly it includes the archetypes, the leader, the anti-hero, or sometimes called Lancer, the strongman, usually the brains, and the emotional core or mediator. Very often in traditional contemporary media, this is just the girl. I think that the underlying appeal of this format is the diversity of character types. There's somebody for everybody to relate to. Let's take a look at Star Wars: A New Hope. Luke, he's the leader, or Joseph Campbell's traditional hero character archetype. Han, he is your anti-hero, or Lancer. Chewie, the strongman. C-3PO and R2-D2, this can be construed as the brains, or in some versions of the five-man band, they include either the kid, or the pet, or the beta couple. C-3PO and R2-D2 kind of play it all. And then lastly, Leia, the girl. Oh, and I do also want to include the mentor character. The mentor is an important archetype within Joseph Campbell's hero journey, and so within Star Wars context, episode 4, that would be Ben Kenobi. Mentor. We can also look at Super Sentai or Power Rangers, and this franchise really abstracts the concept of the five-man band. So instead of naming characters, I can just name colors. Red. Red is always the leader. Blue. Blue is always the Lancer or the anti-hero. Almost always, at least. If you're yellow, green, or black, you are probably the strongman. And depending on who the strongman is, yellow or green, whichever is available, is usually the brains, or sometimes the weird one. And then pink is the girl. Oh yeah, and the mentor. At least in the Japanese Super Sentai, at least 20% of the time the mentor is a woman, so I will be fair and say that. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship, is not a strict five-man team, but it does contain many of the archetypes. So Aragorn, the leader. Boromir, the anti-hero or Lancer. Gimli, I would argue Gimli is the strong man. The emotional core, that would be Samwise. And the mentor, that would be Gandalf. I want to make my points clear here. First, that successful teams in storytelling do follow patterns. And next, that these patterns have been thoroughly explored with a diverse cast of men. And by illustrating that, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that this is the opportunity area for representing women. The leader, the Lancer, the strongman, the brains, the emotional core, the mentor. Can you think of any hero or protagonist team where each one of these slots is filled by a woman? Of these women teams that you're able to think of, how diverse is the cast actually? Gimli is a stocky, thick boy. Gandalf is old, but he's wise and powerful. Chewie is a big, hairy man. Luke is a farm boy. Samwise, he's sensitive, also really thick. I'm talking about the portrayal of age and body type here on purpose. Because even amongst hero teams that are mostly women, for example, Birds of Prey, the portrayal is usually pretty homogeneous. They're all of a similar age. They are portrayed with similar body types. I'm sure that the audience here can name any number of examples that break the mold, but I promise you, for every one you can think of, I can give you 50 Gimlis in different shades of gray and different Gandalfs in gray and white. What? And this right here is the significance of the Warcrow releases up to this point. Yes, however many minutes into the video, we're finally at the point. Corvus Belli has released 3 protagonists for Warcrow Adventures so far, and of those 3 characters, 2 of those characters are women who fill the aforementioned opportunity gap. Those are Soka and Naira. Soka looks like she could probably fill the strongman role within our 5-man band. Her portrayal is stocky, she's solid. Her shape is she's basically a square of a person, and she feels strong, she feels powerful. Her pose is heroic. Naira looks like she could potentially fulfill the mentor or the brains part of our group. And very importantly, her hair is gray, but despite that, she looks beautiful and powerful and smart. Her pose is also smart and slightly devious and also powerful and heroic. So I think the release of these 2 characters and them up front in the Warcrow marketing campaign is significant, important, and deliberate. Very importantly, deliberate. I believe Corvus Belli is doing this on purpose. They are not the biggest company in the world, but they are using their platform to create positivity. Time of recording, most of miniature wargaming YouTube is talking about contrast paints, but I think this topic is way more important. So if you have made it this far into the video, I extend a bigger than normal thank you to you all.
Thank you.
If you are a content creator watching this, or you are a prospective content creator watching this and are interested in making videos about this type of topic, then I highly encourage you to do so, because the more of us highlighting these good behaviors in war games, highlighting this growth in our community, the better. That has been our video today on Warcrow. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a lot. We really appreciate your comments. We read almost every one of them. I used to be able to say all, and that's a good sign of growth. Thank you. And we do respond to almost all of them. So please encourage great discourse down below. Please like and subscribe. We are always desperate. Join the Facebook, the Discord, the Patreon if you would like to. We highly appreciate you, and see you next time.
I am ready to subscribe again.